sure that's right. Alright. 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 Hey everybody. Prepper Nurse 1 here. Whew. We get that figured out, we'll be in good shape, right? So, today is March 3rd. It is Friday, 2023. Well, the well digger guys, give you a quick update real quick. Well digger guys were here. I'm not even sure what time they left, but they left yesterday. I don't know how much deeper they got. I'm sure I'll hear from them, and we'll see what happens. But you know, they're gonna have to go as deep as they gotta go, and we'll cross that bridge when we get there. So we'll see what happens. But anyway, moving forward here, I wanted to do also before we get into the video, I will be live streaming tonight, 8 p.m. Encourage you to join me then. We'll have a good live stream. And so I wanted to talk about this whole situation up in East Palestine. So the residents met with railroad officials from Norfolk Southern, right? And they're talking about what they're doing and all this type of stuff. And people are saying that they're still suffering ill effects a month later from everything that's gone on. And so they're wondering if Norfolk Southern's going to buy their home so that they can get out of there and those type of things. And that was not really discussed yet. Norfolk Southern has not said, yes, we'll be buying people's homes or any of that type of thing yet. So there is, that still has to be worked out in discussion. People were not happy with the answers, realistically. So going back, you had 38 cars derailed. 11 of those 38 cars were carrying hazardous materials. They made the decision because they were heating up to do a controlled burn, if you will, of some of those hazardous materials. And so you had, a lot of stuff went up into the air, a lot of stuff went into the soil. So far, they have removed 2 million gallons, or 1.76 million liters of water and waste, liquid waste. Also, they've removed 1,400 tons, or 1,270 metric tons of solid waste. That's what's been removed so far. One of the issues people had, and I can understand this concern, Norfolk Southern reopened the railroad tracks less than a week after the derailment. It did not remove the contaminated soil underneath the tracks. Well, now they have decided that they're planning on removing that contaminated soil underneath the tracks, and they plan on doing that by the end of April. That will be done by the end of April. Which the townsfolks, and I totally get this part of it, the town folks said that should have been done straight away, which I can't disagree with that. Somebody said you should have done it right the first time, which makes sense, but it's, that's unfortunately what happens. You have 5,000 residents of the town of East Palestine that their lives are up in the air. Regardless of what they're being told, that the air is safe and that this is safe and that's safe, that there is not a lot of trust in what is being said. It reminds me, for those of you old enough to remember, if you guys remember Love Canal. If you don't remember Love Canal, look it up. Bad situation. Alright? These contaminants can affect things long term, obviously. And so, people are afraid, understandably so, to bring their children back when there could be long-term side effects of what happened. Another thing to look at, right? PG&E. Remember that whole situation, Aaron Brockovich, and that whole thing where she, basically got all the information and exposed what was going on, and how there was a huge cover-up and all that out there in California, and PG&E ended up having to pay out quite a bit of money. These things are things that happen. They will continue to happen. They're not going to go away. Accidents are going to happen, unfortunately, and so that's something that people need to think about, plan for. Again, and I know I keep repeating myself when I say this, but I will continue to say this: location, location, location. Where you decide to put your roots down, where you decide to live, what are the dangers that could possibly affect you in that area? Those are things you need to think about. Those are things you need to plan for. Are you near railroad tracks? Is there a possibility that there could be? There's always a possibility there could be a train derailment. You just don't know, as far as that part of it goes. So those are things that people need to be on top of, need to be concerned about, need to be paying attention to. If you live near a river, the possibility at some point down the road that river's going to flood. If you live in an area where could be landslides, if you live in an area where there is a lot of forest fires like they have out in California all the time, when you're picking your location where you want to be, realize what you're going to have to deal with. If you live in the Sierra Nevadas, right, in the mountains, you've got to realize there's probably going to be a lot of snow. They're dealing with a lot of snow up there right now. So, you have to realize that, okay, I've chosen to live in this spot. What am I looking at? What am I facing? And what do I need to be prepared for to deal with if something goes down? So, that's what I'm saying. There's no judgment on my part. Nobody buys a home and expects there to be a train derailment. It's not the people's fault, but the business that caused the problems should, in my opinion, step up and take care of things. And if there is a possibility, even minute possibility, that there could be long-term effects, then this company should do what's right, buy those properties from those people so that they can go on with their lives and go elsewhere, So that's just kind of my thoughts on that. I definitely want to hear what you guys have to say. Definitely looking forward to seeing your feedback in the comments. Remember, folks, we are all in this together. We are one race called the human race. If we could ever figure that one out, we truly will be in much, much better shape. Also remember to hug and kiss the ones that you love. Tell them every single day, tomorrow's not guaranteed. We never know what's going to happen in life, so it's really important that we tell the people that we care about every day how we feel. Last but not least, STD, step, thing, and day. One step at a time, one thing at a time, and one day at a time. Whatever you are trying to do, whatever you are trying to accomplish, you can do it. The only person that's going to stop you from achieving your goal is you. That's it, nobody else. Stay positive, stay away from the negativity, and you're going to be just fine. All right? I hope you all have a great day. Be safe, and I will talk to you all later. I'll see you tonight at 8 o'clock for the live stream. Prepper Nurse 1, out for now.